Here's the Sleepers podcast. It's the long-awaited return of me. I had to respond.
I missed you. I missed you so much, man.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did. I missed you all the time. Anytime I'm not with you, I miss you.
Is that just because I do all the work and bring the topics for this and you can just show up and when I'm not here, it falls on you to do all that?
Maybe.
I think that's probably a portion of this. It feels good to be back. Hello, welcome. I had somebody was chirping me in the comments yesterday and was like, looks like Greg's on month 7 of paternity leave for kid number 13. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. First off, I'm putting 3 hours a day into Portal videos right now. Okay, respectfully. Apparently, you're not watching any of those. But I heard the Boo Birds, and I wanted to respond to the Boo Birds, so I showed face today, Cart. I'm back. I don't know if I'll be back every single day on the full episode. Obviously, we do this 5 days a week. The reality is the full episode is the least time-sensitive thing that we do every day because we have a full day to edit it, and we pre-recorded the day before. Everything else we want like up on the channel immediately. And when I have a very limited window with a new child, right now I try to prioritize the time-sensitive stuff and leave the others for the rest of our wonderful team. You guys have done a great job. I will miss this, Car. I missed listening to the full episodes without knowing what's coming. I had a great time the last 3 weeks listening to you and Dion every day, not knowing what was coming. And I'm not going to have that anymore. Selfishly, this sucks.
Yeah, you're shaped like a limited window.
I don't think that makes sense.
Does anything I say really make sense?
Sometimes.
Like, what percentage of the time? Round up, please.
50.
Just couldn't give me majority, huh?
Our banter's really rusty.
Well, this is what happens.
Yeah. We're going to have
Like
to
me and
shake this
Dion's
off.
banter's now, like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
this.
it is. I believe that.
We need to get back to it.
Okay.
How?
Do we need to do like a chemistry building exercise? Like, should we go out together and then I'll get lost and you abandon me without caring? Is that
Let's
how you
get to
build
the
chemistry?
let's get to the YouTube comment of the day while we're here.
Oh, we still do those?
Yeah, we do.
That's cool.
Yeah. How do you not know we don't do those still?
That's because I was lying. I haven't listened to the full episodes.
Wow. Any of them?
I listened to a few minutes of each one.
A few minutes of each one.
Just to
Okay.
make sure y'all are doing your jobs.
That's crazy.
You did. You did a great job. I particularly enjoyed yesterday's episode that was 27 minutes long.
Was that episode 27 minutes? Was it actually?
Let's get to the YouTube comment.
Wait, was it for real 27 minutes?
Just why don't we just get to the YouTube comment?
I feel like you're lying. I'm gonna check that after this. Okay. Let's go here with Oh, I'd actually like to get your thoughts on this. We did a topic on players most likely to pull a Nico I'm a leaving, and some of the options that were in the comments I think meant a lot to me, and I want to get your take on them. Doug McDaniel, Elliot Cadeau, Kayshawn Pryor, Trayvon Brazil, Aiden Holloway, Chad Baker Mazzara.
That group is all chaotic evil, which I love. But I don't think any of those guys are good enough to pull a Nico.
Who's most likely to pull a Nico?
I think part of pulling a Nico is that you have to actually be like a superstar or a potential superstar on a team that could win. Otherwise, you don't like have the name power to actually do that. So, man, scrolling through, kind of feels like Tahad Pettiford could do that.
I can see that.
Kind of feels like honestly, he's not in college anymore, but I bet Caleb Love could have pulled that.
Caleb Love could always pull something.
Yeah, that'd be my answer.
It's good. I think I actually brought up to Hot Pettiford, so I guess we are somewhat in lockstep.
The truth is Hunter Dickinson would have been the right answer.
Yeah, facts.
But we've lost a lot of the bag getting guys.
I miss Hunter.
Me too.
Should we get to the Discord?
We can. Do you still do those?
No, this is you. Isn't this you?
After a certain point, you started doing them because you know where you left
Oh, you're
off. But
right. All
I,
right. Well,
I,
I can get to the Discord. Can you tell people why to join the Discord though?
yeah, sure. Join the Discord. Actually, the off season has been really fun in the Discord. I appreciate it. I've been in there probably more than I should be, but it's been fun seeing all of the speculation. It's the number one way to support us, which in the off season, little look behind the curtain of Sleepers Enterprises. In the off season, it's harder to have sustained sponsor deals. And we've got a great one with Underdog Fantasy that I'll tell you more about in just a moment. But we don't know how long those deals will be around for. They're limited time type offers. The Discord is the number one thing that can monetarily help make sure that we get to make content every single day. And right now, we're still putting out 4 hours of content every single day. We're doing like 20 portal videos. The channel has never been healthier. The growth has been awesome. But if you want this content to remain in the same volume that it is, joining the Discord is the number one way to ensure that that happens.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Please join the Discord for $9.99 a month using the link in the description of our Twitter page at Sleepers Media. Go tap into that. Let's see here. Slow day in the Discord comments. Part of being in the Discord is getting your comments read, guys, and you guys really aren't tapping in enough here. Let's see here. We
Ooh,
start
sorry, huge news. Huge
what
news. All the dining halls at Michigan State have changed from Coca-Cola beverages to Pepsi.
we're cooked. That's not good.
You got to save money somewhere, man. These rosters aren't going to fund themselves. Michigan State University doing it best.
I can't believe you sometimes. I really can't. We're gonna go
I'm a
with
pro Pepsi guy for the record.
what? No, you're
I
not.
really am. I take Pepsi over Coke.
That's a lot. Your
It's
household is a Coke household. I know
because
that
my
for a
wife
fact.
loves Diet Coke. I would
Yeah,
always prefer Pepsi over Coke.
that's an insane choice. Absolutely insane. Let's see here. I Maynard. Dan Lanning is reported to have snitched on Nico. It's very interesting he would do that. Do you see this as the coaches informally unionizing by sticking together on the college version of training camp holdouts?
Yeah, kind of feels that way. Also, Dan Lanning being a snitch was minus 10,000. So, like he's so living up to his character right now.
We don't do this shit for clicks. We do this shit to snitch. All right, for real. Um, let's see. Call me the Breeze. YouTube is lame. No, it's not. YouTube's the best. You're lame, Mr. Breeze. Uh,
What's that coming from?
I don't know. I
Did I
don't
miss
like that.
something?
No, I didn't. No,
I
no.
love YouTube
I do too. I love it more than I love myself.
and I love being compliant on YouTube.
It's the best thing ever. Isaiah from NYC. Gee, you better hope those St. John's versus Michigan exhibition game rumors are not true. I don't want to humble you before your season actually starts. Remember what happened to Rutgers.
Oh, Isaiah. You crack me up sometimes.
Yeah. When did St. John's lose in the tournament?
Second round.
For the second game?
Yeah, round of 32. There were still 32 teams playing.
Weren't they a 2 seed?
Hmm.
Uh, Lost to what, a 10 seed?
Honestly, let's just quick check it. Has St. John's have they ever made a round of 32?
I don't know about ever.
Okay, so actually this is really impressive. In 1999, they made a second weekend.
And it is 2025?
Two, three, four, five. 7 coaches ago, St. John's made a second weekend.
Oof.
Hey, two with Jawan Howard, dog. You loser. You
Uh,
giant losing fan. You've never even seen success. You don't even know what it smells like. God, just pipe down, okay? My team has to come to MSG to carry this exhibition game. We'll do it. Fine. We'll play in the most prestigious gyms in America just to get you a little bit of buzz in the preseason. We can do that for you.
T. Steffi, hey guys, now that Braden's officially announced he's coming back, I need y'all to predict the most important thing about him. What style will his facial hair be?
Ooh, great question. I feel like he's gonna just stick with the beard, but I hope it changes.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna be bearded.
I honestly, kind of would like clean shaven Braden for senior year.
I think he's gonna go beard and buzz.
Yeah, change up here would be my
Yeah, like he's
guess.
gonna
Yeah.
get a fade. He's gonna get like a taper or a fade.
Or like Headband Braden.
Head. I don't want a headband.
I want a headband.
No headbands. Mutant Matt. Sadly, I've been a Bears fan since birth. It's like the mafia or sugar addiction or bad acne. I was born into this thing and I can't get out. Bears fandom is a form of genetically inherited diseases, like a nightmare I can't wake up from. For 25 years, I've enjoyed watching NFL playoff football, and it's not because of the Bears. I used to keep a tally of the busted first rounders, failed quarterback experiments, and Pop Warner coaching carousels exhibited by the old orange and blue. I've lost count a long, sad time ago. I desire nothing more than to provide my son with every opportunity to experience happiness and success, and pigeonholing him into the endless waltz of shame and failure is the prerogative of a bad father. I've also been encouraging my boy to seek alternative fanship is a tree. Also, I also believe encouraging my boy to seek alternative fanship is a treason akin to the law offices of Heidi, Holloman, and Willard. How do you feel about switching fan bases if the team always stinks?
I mean, it could be worse. You could be a St. John's basketball fan.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't feel like being a Bears fan is that bad.
They won the Big East.
What's that?
They won the regular
The
season
East
of the
region?
con- Huh?
The East region?
No, Big East, the conference.
Oh, you're talking about like cute little regular season things?
Like that banner behind you?
The the tournament?
Yeah, they got two of those.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
That's cute.
Like they won the regular season and the tournament.
Good for them.
Oh, let's see. Uh, I'm not one for switching fan bases if the team always stinks. I think you have a buffer area to choose who you're rocking with, and you got to rock with them from that point on. It sounds like you're too deep in the game. Now your son, maybe you can switch it up. I don't know. My son will be a Lions fan. He has no choice. He will
On
also
brand.
be a Michigan State fan. He has no choice.
I mean, it's on brand.
Yeah. We'll, we'll talk about that later. Sleeve Nash, top five longest drivers at the Masters. One, Bryson DeChambeau, 331 yards. Two, Jose Luis Ballester, 322. Noah Kent, 318. Rory McIlroy, 316. Ludwig Aberg, 313. Putting this out here for no reason. Thoughts, Greg?
Um, those are some long drives.
What's your long
It'd be hard
drive?
to imagine a mere mortal could drive a ball that far.
What's your long drive?
I don't hit the ball far at all. You know this. So a couple years ago, I think I was hitting it like not carry, but like with rollout 240. That's probably the furthest I've ever hit it. But I'm already in my old man era. Something happened either with my swing or my body where I can't hit the ball 240 anymore. I got to play old man golf.
Yeah, but that three wood though.
Three wood goes 200. That's good. I got to figure out the driver.
Yeah, don't we all? Can I get your thoughts on Mr. Ballister rocking his fit on the first day of the Masters?
Um, it was weird. I didn't love it, but that's all. I don't care as much as the internet cares on that. I don't think.
It was funny, and then he peed in the creek.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Also a me move.
kind of loved it.
Kind of loved it as well. That does it for the Discord comments today.
Great job, Discord. Appreciate that. Cart, should we do the first ever underdog ad read on the Sleepers podcast that maybe we could have been doing 3 weeks ago?
Yeah,
Let's do it. So, hey, guess what? Underdog Fantasy is our partner right now. We really need people to sign up with them so that they end up liking us by the end of this partnership. Underdog Fantasy is a really, really fun place to play. It is an alternative to certainly other wagering options for sports, but they got a lot of fun games, contests. We love it. And I got in there this week before the Masters. They had some really fun, basically free picks where you could basically, as a new user, get Bryson DeChambeau over 0.5 strokes on his round and guarantee that you win your first play at Underdog Fantasy. So they're always running special promotions like that. And with us, with promo code SLEEPERS, you can receive up to $1,000 in bonus credit and one of those free picks that I was just talking about. How it works, I believe they give you 50% of your deposit in a deposit match up to $1,000. So use that promo code sleepers, put promo code sleepers in. We were told while I was nursing a newborn and we had just started putting underdog logos up that we didn't have many people sign up for this yet. And that's very scary to us as we try to navigate these sponsor partnership relationships. So we pushed in the Discord last week. I heard we did get some really good returns. So shout out to all of the Discord members that did sign up. If you haven't signed up yet and you are a fan of this show, please sign up with Underdog Fantasy. Put in promo code Sleepers. Put up however much money you want in there. You'll get the deposit bonus. You'll get the free pick. You'll probably end up loving it in there. And hopefully, Underdog Fantasy will like us enough to renew us so that we can keep working with them throughout the off season here. There you have it. There's the first ever Underdog Fantasy ad read on this program 3 weeks after we could have been doing that. We're also brought to you by YouTube Compliance Department, right, Cart?
Nope.
We're not.
Nope.
Why not?
Because I said so.
I think we're compliant though in general, right?
Yeah,
I hope so.
we are.
I want to be so compliant.
There's nothing I do more than be compliant.
This is very true. Do you want to get to the show?
Yes.
Do you want to sub me out for Dion?
No.
Okay, let's get to the show. We interrupt this sleepers video to talk directly to you, our loyal listener. Have you ever found yourself watching us two idiots thinking, hey, I wish there was a very easy, small way for me to show a token of my appreciation for all of their hard work on all these videos I love to watch? Well, now we have just the way to do that.
Thanks to the beautiful folks over at Underdog Fantasy. They are helping us out this month, presenting a lot of the content coming out this month, giving you a chance with a amazing offer that you can use using our promo code that Gregory will tell you more about.
Yeah, so college hoop season's over, but we got like big time golf tournaments. The NBA playoffs are coming. Baseball season's underway. There's still a bunch of sports on. There's still a bunch of ways to play with Underdog Fantasy. Promo code SLEEPERS. As a new customer, you can get up to 1,000 bonus credits plus a free pick. It's one of the most fun ways to play. It's a great way to support us. And on some actual like non-ad read stuff, talking genuinely here, really helps us because if Underdog loves us, if we get a lot of people to sign up, they're going to help us continue to bring you the content that you love. Show your support. Join Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code SLEEPERS. Get up to $1,000 in bonus credits and a free pick. I like to rank things, and I'd like to rank some things with you.
Okay.
What do you want to rank today?
Ooh. I'd like to do something college basketball related if you have something in mind.
Okay, we can do that. You want to rank the top 10 portal classes so far?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. All right, let's do it. So this is a moment in time. Everything changes. Tomorrow we could have 10 new ads that completely ruin this list. So we're recording this at 11 a.m. Tuesday, April 15th right now. If anything is out of date, that would be why. But let's basically try and figure out what classes we like the most in their current forms. There are some loaded ones. There are some not so loaded ones. I have Evanmiya's transfer class rankings up as a reference point. He's got players sorted by like 5 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars, however much he values the portal players that are coming in. One question for you. Do we want to factor in who you lose here? Or do we just want to focus on what's being brought in?
I think we should just focus on who's being brought in.
Okay. I also agree with that sentiment. So let's do it. Where do you want to start? What's the first name that comes to mind when you're looking for best portal class?
Louisville.
Okay. Ryan Conwell, Adrian Woolley, Isaac McNeely. 3-man class, all backcourt guys.
Ooh, see, okay. This is only transfers coming in. I actually think your team has a good shout for number one here.
So I will say both Evanmiya and 24/7 Sports currently have Michigan as the number one incoming transfer class in the country.
Okay.
That would be Yaxel Lendeborg, who we don't know if he's for sure going to play, but right now he's in the class. Yaxel Lendeborg, Merez Johnson, Ade Mara, loaded front court trio, and then Elliot Cadeau in the backcourt.
I'd probably go Michigan right now.
I don't even love Cadeau and Mara like that, but I don't think there's another team with 4 impact ads the way Michigan has done it so far.
Yeah, I agree.
Teams might catch up, but for right now, I think Michigan is the number one portal class in the country. But I wasn't going to say that unless you did, so I'm content with that. The other one that I think was in the mix is actually not Louisville. I do think Kentucky has an argument.
Is this with or without Wilkerson?
So at the time of recording, Wilkerson hasn't committed. We think he will, but right now he's not there. But they have a four-man class right now with Quaintance, Jalon Lowe, Diubate from Bama, and then Cam Williams.
That is good. Okay, I'd probably go Kentucky too.
Would you go
But
Kentucky over Michigan?
right now, no. They get Wilkerson, yeah.
Mostly just because you think Yaxel's like the best player and Kentucky doesn't have a Yaxel in that class.
Yeah.
That's sort of what separates it from me too. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Michigan one, Kentucky two. Do you want to put Louisville three?
Yes.
I'm good to put Louisville three. Where do we go from that top three? Because that feels like the consensus top three for me. Everything else starts to get a little fuzzy.
See, this is ugh. It's interesting because like when I look at these rankings, like I'm looking at 24/7 right now. They got Texas Tech at 18. Like I think they're a lot better than that. They got Baylor at 13. I think they're better than that.
Well,
Ugh.
these are our rankings. We can move people ahead that you think are better.
Like Maryland, I feel like is getting put on here because they got a whole new team.
Yeah, there's some that are in the top 10 just for pure like gaudy ads. Like Maryland's added six guys, but a lot of these guys are not guys we expect to be impact guys. Although I will say like Pharrell Payne, Miles Rice, Elijah Saunders is not a bad trio. They could be
I
in the
forgot.
top
I
10 for
forgot
me.
they got Miles Rice.
Yeah.
Oh, who do I want to put here?
I'll give a shout for number four from my side.
Who?
I love Washington's class right now.
That has been pretty good.
I think the Wesley Yates ad was just massive. Ognisevich is good. Lathan Somerville is fun. Kwamari Peterson could be good. I think they got
Yeah,
different positions, different guys that can do different things, and a star in Wesley Yates.
let's rock with that. I
All
like
right,
that.
so we're gonna put Washington four. Good job, Danny Sprinkle. Creighton's kind of just hovering, but then I always fall back on like, are Josh Dix and Owen Freeman really that impressive of a haul? But like, they might be great for McDermott, and they are both really good.
Yeah.
They got to be somewhere on here. I just don't know if five is the spot or somewhere else.
Freeman. I feel like Freeman Dix is a great haul.
Okay, so you want to put Creighton five?
Yeah.
Okay, so Creighton five, Washington four. We need five more to get to our top 10.
Ooh, let's see here. Oh, UConn should be up here.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah, for
But it's
what I
just
mean,
Demery and Smith. They didn't add anybody else yet.
I just like that the holes it filled though.
Okay.
Is it too high though?
Let's put UConn six just because we really like them. But
Okay.
yeah, it might be a stretch a little bit high. I have one I want to shout. It doesn't need to be at
Whoa, wait.
seven.
Oh, also, are we forgetting St. John's?
Who's in that class right now? Remind me.
Hopkins and St. On?
Yeah, and they're gonna get somebody out. I feel like, yeah, they're probably on the list right now, and they probably rise once they get a third name.
Yeah, I guess we'll probably in a week or two have an updated like more filled
Hopkins
out.
and St. On's ahead of Demery and Smith, isn't it?
Yeah.
So let's put St. John's six, UConn seven.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
All right. Now I'm looking at some other ones
Can I
here.
give a shout to one I can't believe I'm shouting out?
Yeah.
North Carolina.
Vasar.
Vasar and Stevenson's actually an awesome front court, and I like Kai and Evans in the backcourt. Jonathan Powell could be good too.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's fair.
All right, so we're gonna put, and honestly, as we're talking about this, they should be ahead of UConn too.
Yeah, they should be.
All right, so we're gonna put UNC seven. Right now we have UConn eight, but we'll see
It
if we keep adding teams
it's
ahead of
it's
UConn.
funny. Like I feel like we could have a separate segment for this on like maybe not the best class, but like something around the likes of like they filled out the bit, like they filled the holes, like the teams that filled holes the best.
I like that as a topic too.
But okay, so how many more do we have? Sorry.
Right now we have eight, but UConn's eight, and we could put them in. Um, I have two I want to throw out. Georgetown
Wait,
got.
Baylor needs to be up here.
I don't love George or Baylor's the way you do. Talk me into the Baylor class. What's special about it?
Well, one, I need to learn how to pronounce the names of everyone in their class. That's what really throws me off, to be honest with you. But I like the stretch four from Oregon State, Raj. I think is his last name. I like him a lot. Um, I like the guard from Wyoming as well. I think we did like a Wyoming preview or something like that. We mentioned him on one of the videos we did. Actually watched him. He's nice. Like, he's super nice, I think. So I don't know. I just like that two-man class.
I mean, Baylor has a five-man class, but it's all mid-major guys.
I like those guys though.
Okay. Caden Powell, Bodo Bodo, JJ White, Michael Rataj, Obi Agpim. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sold. But
Give me 10.
if you need them, we can put them there. Here's the one I would shout. Georgetown right now has a five-man class. Langston Love, KJ Lewis, Duncan Powell, Isaiah Abraham.
Yeah,
Those
that's pretty.
those are four dudes I at least believe in, and then the fifth dude is Harris Smith from Maryland.
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay, so put Georgetown. Are they ahead of UConn?
Yes.
So Georgetown's eight. Now UConn is nine. There's one other one I wanted to at least mention here, and it is Wisconsin.
Just with Boyd?
Boyd and Andrew Rohde. And they have a third, who is that? Austin Rapp is the big fella from mid-major.
Ah,
But
that is.
I think Boyd is gonna be a stud for them. And I think Rohde's a really good ad too.
Are we leaving out Iowa or
Yeah.
like a Miami?
See that the hard part with like Iowa and Indiana is they're just getting the guys that came with their coach. Like I have a hard time even like counting Bennett Sturts as like a portal ad, even though he
I mean,
is, you know?
yeah. The two teams that I think I were gonna have on here, but like Tennessee got Gillespie,
Yeah.
like UCLA got Dent.
Yeah, Dent is probably good enough to just be on here.
Yeah,
So okay, you gotta finish our final couple spots. We have Georgetown eight. We keep bumping UConn down. We need a nine and a 10 here. Who do you want to put on the list?
I want to put Tennessee, UCLA.
Tennessee nine, UCLA 10.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm good with that. I did not keep track of any of the schools that we said as we did this. So let's just try and summarize one more time for us. We had Michigan 1, Kentucky 2, Louisville 3, Washington 4, Creighton 5, I think North Carolina 6, St. John's 7,
Yep. Georgetown, 8.
Georgetown 8, Tennessee
Tennessee
9,
9. UCLA 10.
UCLA 10. You never got to Texas Tech.
I didn't want to get shot down.
And we dropped UConn off the list after putting them at 6.
Yeah, ooh, there we go.
We're so back. All right, I'm assuming you saw this tweet, and we did a little bit of a short on this because Rafael Davis was interacting with it the other day. But Evanmiya, friend of the program, shout out to Evanmiya, tweeted out yesterday, here are the college basketball programs that are estimated to have spent the most NIL money on incoming transfers this offseason so far. He used his front office suite, which basically assigns valuations to players based on what they are worth theoretically in the current market. It's a really cool tool. Shout out to Evan for putting this together, and I know a lot of people are using this. But he pulled the top 10 and he put dollar numbers out there. This is something most of these schools and players are really kind of trying to be a little quiet about. And it's kind of fun to actually see these real numbers being thrown around. He has Michigan as the biggest spender in the portal so far. Again, caveat so far. He's presuming this is $8.8 million spent just on the four-man Michigan class that they've brought in. Kentucky has spent 7.6 million. Maryland has spent 7.1 million. Miami 7.1, Iowa 6.6, Virginia 6.2, Washington 5.9, Creighton 5.6, Georgetown 5.5, and Xavier 5.5. That's the top 10. I think Michigan and Kentucky shouldn't surprise anybody as far as these schools are big spenders. Maryland, Miami, Iowa, Virginia, Washington, Creighton, Georgetown, Xavier. Surprising 3 through 10 in terms of who do we think is actually spending the most. But as Evan noted in a follow-up tweet to this, if you don't think your school has actually spent this much, it means your school got some great deals on the guys that they have currently brought in the transfer portal. What's your reaction to this list from Evanmiya?
Well, for starters, the one at number one, has me taken back a little bit. Seeing that, you truly are rich as a school. But
Do
maybe
you
I'm
do you think that's actually real? Like obviously these are estimates, as Evan says repeatedly here. But I think it makes sense given who they've brought in that we would say Michigan has offered more money to the guys they've landed than anybody else so far. That could change, but do you just buy that this is real?
Yeah, I do actually.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I mean,
I do. Given the amount and the players, yeah,
yeah, I think the Yaxel recruitment and the way that's gone was the big signal here that Michigan actually has that type of money.
yeah,
Okay.
yep.
All
All
right.
right.
What else?
Uh, Also, I'm trying to. Where did Evan put this on his website?
He just tweeted it. I don't think
Oh,
it's like readily
I thought
available.
we could actually use the front office suite at his website to do this.
No, I think that's a paywall thing. Got to actually
Damn, didn't know we were
use.
getting paywalled out here, Mia. I thought we had full access. But I actually was talking to him about this in on the way back from a pickup hoop game. He was explaining this to me. This is all like self-reported numbers too, I think. So like it's pretty accurate. I think it's actually people within the program that sign up for this and input these numbers, I believe. So take that for what it is. I will say this. I'm surprised that there aren't some schools up here. Like I feel like that's the first initial reaction, right?
Yeah.
Like why I'm not seeing, the BYU's. I'm not seeing my Raiders, my Texas Tech Red Raiders. I'm not seeing some of the bigger bag schools on here. Meanwhile, I'm seeing like Virginia and Iowa. That's a little shocking.
Yeah, I mean, does this push you off your pivot at all that you keep repeating that Texas Tech has unlimited money?
I'm getting my sources right now confirming that they do.
The sources are saying they do.
Yes,
Okay.
you can directly see that.
I mean, I see who the source is, and respectfully, I'm not taking that at its word. Respectfully,
Whoa. That's disrespectful.
I love him. That's my guy, but I think that's a I think that's not a I know.
All right, that's my first source. More sources to come. But I do think that this actually the main takeaway from this outside of everything, whether it's like outside of the team wise, is that you cannot be a cheap ass in today's environment in college basketball.
Or what? Because there are some schools that are trying to approach it that way still.
You can approach it like that, but there's consequences of that. There's
What are the
consequences of
consequences?
that, and I think it lowers your ceiling.
Okay. Can you still win without spending $8 million?
Define win.
Can you make Final Fours without spending $8 million?
Yes.
Okay, then I guess you don't need to spend money then.
Not gonna win it all though.
I mean, if you can get to a Final Four, I think you can win it
And
all.
honestly, that I don't know if you can make a Final Four unless you spend the money.
Yeah, I still think it's going to happen, but I mean, you want to be spending money. That's the takeaway.
You have to if you want to get the best players.
True. 8.8 million for Michigan. I, Honestly, that might be right based on the numbers I've been told with Yaxel and with what the other guys got, but it still feels high, doesn't it? Like I
What
would,
were the numbers for Yaxel?
Yaxel was 4.
Yaxel 4, Merez 1, Elliott 1. I'm guessing Mara 1.
All the other guys got at least one, probably more, probably like what 1.5 for a couple. I
Yeah,
think
so that might be that 8.8 sounds accurate or
pretty
low.
pretty point on. What do you think Michigan's roster is going to end up being in total then? If they've spent $8.8 million on 4 players right now, they gotta
10.
they have to convince Namari Burnett to come back.
Could be at least 10.
I mean, I assume they would need to pay Namari close to to
7.
7 figures to play one extra year when he's supposed to be done and he could have portaled. Like,
No, I think the number would be somewhere around 10 million.
but even if Namari gets a million, they're at 9.8. And then you
Oh
got
shit.
10
Yeah.
more spots.
There's not is there a world where Michigan has the most expensive roster in college basketball?
There's a world. I mean, I still BYU. If you think Debanza got 7, BYU's already ahead of this.
Yeah,
BYU's.
I don't think Devanza got 7 though.
What do you think he got?
I think he got like 5 with maybe another 5 in endorsements.
Are any of these numbers real?
No,
It's all fake.
all fake.
I don't know what my takeaway is, but it's scary having money.
Is it?
It's fun, but I'm pretty afraid.
You're not afraid.
Dog, if we have a bad year and everyone just knows the
Oh,
roster's
yeah.
$15 million,
I bookmarked this.
like that, those Jawan Howard years, we probably would have had like a $7 million roster. We would have paid Jet and Kobe crazy shit, and we stunk with them. Hunter would have
And
been a $5 million player.
yeah, true. Are you anti-money?
No, I'm pro money.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, let me make it unequivocally clear. Could not be more pro money.
Got to make sure.
But a lot of guys don't care about money cards. Some guys just want to start at point guard. And that's why Elliot Cadeau is in Ann Arbor. Final topic today. Let's do our way too early All American teams. With
Mm.
the news that Braden Smith is back, that's at least one All American that is back in the sport. JT Toppin also returning, and TKR is a returning All American. So I want to go through this, and I want to come up with three teams. I want first team, second team, third team, and we don't even know where some of the best players in the sport will land. So this will probably change. But as of today, Tuesday, April 15th. Let's figure out who our preseason next year All Americans are. Going through the list right now, just naming guys that are back in the sport. Braden Smith was a first team All American last year. He'll be back. JT Toppin was a second team All American last year. He'll be back at Texas Tech. PJ Haggerty, a second team All American. We think back at Memphis, but could be elsewhere. RJ Lewis was a second team All American at St. John's. He's in the portal and will be playing elsewhere. Those are all of the returning All Americans for next season. Some honorable mentions from last year. Donovan Dent, now at UCLA, was an honorable mention. Trey Kaufman-Renn was an honorable mention at Purdue. Wasn't he actually a third team All American?
Who?
Kaufman-Renn?
By that's why I was asking you the other day. Like on one of the publications he was, but it's not like AP.
Got it. I'm looking at the AP and he's not there. So that's
No, like he
interesting.
was like a Sports Illustrated for Kids All-American.
Okay, that's crazy. TKR was an honorable mention, and then Bennett Sturts was also an honorable mention. So that's a good place to start. Who do you want to lock into our first team?
So I think the locks: Braden, PJ.
Even if PJ's not at Memphis, we think he's at Memphis, but
Yes,
okay.
yeah. JT Toppin and TKR.
Putting TKR on the first team.
Yeah.
You don't think Clough will maybe mess up his production a little?
No, I think it'll help him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I'm fine. You've persuaded me. I was going to throw TKR on the second team originally, just thinking there's a lot of mouths to feed there.
You were?
But you've convinced me first team.
And then I would go. I think Sturts is going to put up crazy numbers this year at Iowa.
I do too.
I think I go Sturts in that next spot.
Okay. So our first team all
I'd like to bump TKR to second team
well, then we still need a fifth guy. Is it RJ Lewis?
or Dent.
I would guess that RJ Lewis has a drop off year away from St. John's.
What about Dent?
You trust Mick Cronin to put out a first team All American point guard?
Yes.
Were Jaquez and Juzang All Americans?
Jaquez was. I don't know if Juzang was.
As long as Jaquez was, then I'm okay with that.
I'm pretty sure Jaime Jaquez was.
Let's Google this. Jaime Jaquez was a second team All American.
Okay. He can do it.
Dent feels like a second team All American to me.
Who's on your first team?
Braden, Toppin, Haggerty. I think I want everybody else you just mentioned on the second team because I want Darren Peterson and Cam Boozer on the first team.
Oh, wow. I'm not letting. Hold on a second now. I'll let Darren Peterson. I'm with you.
Boozer to me is the most likely to be an All-American.
The Banta over Boozer.
Boozer is the most likely of the three to be an All-American. And I think this class is going to be that loaded. The thing with me at BYU, I think Rob Wright could end up on an All-American team. I think Saunders might still lead that team in scoring. That's not taken away from Debance. He's very good. I'm fine to put him on a team. But Peterson is going to do everything at Kansas. Boozer is going to do everything at Duke. It's the
Not gonna do
exact same
everything.
path that Flag just had. I think there's less questions. But I think we should put a lot of freshmen all over this list because this class is insane.
You're massively high on Camp Boozer.
I am.
First team
He
All American.
all he does is win and produce everywhere he goes.
Very true. It's fair. It's very fair. I'm willing to put Darren Peterson.
I'm not putting Peterson unless Boozer's there. Boozer is my
What?
first freshman that's coming on this list. We're
Fine.
not
So
we're not putting another freshman name until you're putting Boozer with him.
I want Peterson on the list. I want to take PJ Haggerty off for Dent.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. I need something to go
So
my
our
way.
updated first team is now Braden Smith, JT Toppin, Donovan Dent, Darren Peterson, Cam Boozer.
Yes.
Lock it in.
Okay.
Second team, names that we mentioned that we haven't done now. PJ Haggerty,
Yes.
Bennett Sturts,
Yep.
Trey Kaufman-Renn,
Yep.
AJ DeBanza. Are we locking all four of those in and then we need another name?
Yeah. And the last one is Wisconsin player.
Can we put that guy on the third team?
Okay.
Let's try and think of some other breakout guys.
Is there a world where like oh actually, what about Owe?
Love it. That's a great shout.
What about Ortega?
I love that. Otega Owe, second team All American. Yes, lock it in. Okay,
Okay.
so our second team is TKR, PJ Haggerty, Bennett Sturts, AJ DeBanza, and Otega Owe. I love
Yep.
that. All right, third team is where we can get cute. You mentioned a Wisconsin player. I do like the idea of throwing Nick Boyd on an All American team.
Blackwell or Nick Boyd?
I would bet on Boyd being the better player, but if you think Blackwell's going to like rise like crazy, I'm
I
fine with
think
that.
Blackwell's a better shout.
Okay, then let's do Blackwell. Blackwell gets the nod. Um, I'm going to just rattle off a couple other guys I believe in that I would throw out here. I do think Rob Wright's going to be unreal at BYU.
I think Richie Saunders would be on there before him.
Ah, I think DeBance is going to eat at Saunders. I don't think they're going to get both the wings on All American
You
teams.
think Rob Wright's gonna be a third team All American?
I think he can be that good, and it's that big of a breakout season, yes.
Man,
But if you want to shoot that down, that's fine. Other names for me,
are
if
we
he,
forget are we forgetting Graham Ike?
yeah,
I don't. I mean, I
yeah,
don't personally. Okay.
yeah,
To
yeah.
Odd Pettiford, Darion Williams. What are we doing with those guys?
We're ignoring Darion Williams. Is Pettiford back?
Also, what about like Emmanuel Sharp?
Houston's going to have too many mouths to feed, I think. Um, they'll be really good, but I think they got too many mouths to feed. Sharp might just be like a 14 points a game guy with nothing else.
Jacoby Gillespie?
Gillespie's in the mix. I don't hate that. I'm contractually obligated to say this, and I do think he'll be an All-American if he plays college. Yaxel would be on a team.
Yeah, but he's one of the guys that we're not considering
Why?
because he's like in the draft process.
Some of these guys are.
Ooh.
Just a few of the other names that we just mentioned.
Well, I thought we weren't putting those guys because they were in the draft
So we're
process.
leaving off all draft guys.
Yeah.
What if we think the draft guys are going to play college? Like, I
Leaving
don't
them
think
off.
Darion Williams is going to play college.
We're leaving them off. Just leave them off.
Okay. That's some bullshit, but okay.
Whoa. What
Thought we
about
were
like
trying. I
what
thought
about
we
like
were
what about like Zuby Ejiofor?
also no.
Okay.
I
Okay,
don't
well,
like the
fine.
path you're taking me down. Just fill the third team. You right now you have John Blackwell.
Ryan Conwell.
Okay. If Michael Brown lets him.
Jackson Shelstad.
It's Biddle back.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Biddle should be done. Although he might get a medical. He only played 5 games his junior year.
Yeah. Do we think a Creighton guy gets there?
No.
Like no Freeman or Dix?
Nope. I think it's a
Okay.
step back for those guys.
What about Martinelli?
Also, no.
Okay.
Not good enough.
You're really shooting me down here.
Not good enough.
Oh, who else is on this list? Damn it.
I mean, I like Blackwell. Ah, I don't know. You don't want the BYU guys? You want Shellstad?
I think Richie Saunders should be on here.
I just can't imagine they get both the wings.
They're gonna score a lot.
I think Saunders would be there at the expense of Debanza. I really think Rob Wright's going to be better than one of these two wings. He's so good,
He is
and
good,
he's
but
brought in to be everything he can be.
yeah. Yeah.
I think it's possible. Anybody from UConn, solo ball?
Solo ball could have a chance, yeah.
I'll go solo ball.
Just checking right. Okay, I'll go solo ball.
All right,
Let's go solo ball.
making small steps.
Small, very small steps here. Um,
Tomovicic?
no.
Okay,
I think Graham EK actually needs to be on here.
fine.
Like he's gonna go crazy.
Okay,
The numbers will be there.
cool. Graham EK is on the list with John Blackwell and whoever else we just said.
I got it.
Solo ball.
No. Aiden Holloway.
No,
No Bama?
no. I think Bama's. I don't love what they've done this offseason. I think they're taking a step back.
They're gonna find a way to put Taman Lipsy on this list, aren't they?
Probably. Or Momchilovich is another guy that could. I mean, Jackson Kohler, Jeremy Fears, Josh Hubbard,
Uh,
Tucker DeVries,
maybe it is Tucker DeVries. Or what about an Arkansas guy?
Wesley Yates.
You're tripping.
The numbers say he's an All-American.
Martinelli should be on there then.
No,
What do you mean no?
just no.
Martinelli has better numbers than Yates.
Not true.
Is it not true?
In conference play?
Oh, we're doing it. Oh, you love a good in conference play.
Yeah, who was the better player in conference play? It was Wesley Yates.
Martinelli. Martinelli.
I'm taking Yates.
I know you are. You're a madman.
Sorry, I'm not into 29% three-point shooters.
That's the downfall.
I'm not into it.
What are his numbers?
The real thing we should have done here is just put the NBA guys that are coming back to college. We would have been done by now instead of arguing over Tucker DeVries and Nick Martinelli.
Well, who would
But
you like to put here?
I think if we were going to do the actual like will they won't they come back game, it's probably Darion Williams and Yaxel.
Okay, put him in.
Okay,
Put him in.
we can put them in.
Put him
And that
in.
would mean at the end of this exercise, Purdue got 2 names, Texas Tech got 2 names, BYU almost got 2 names, Houston got no names.
Just the way they want it.
I kind of like it. I didn't write these down once again, clearly rusty. You want to try and remember backwards all the guys we just named?
Nope.
Can you please?
Yeah. So our first team was Braden, Donovan Dent, Darren Peterson, JT Toppin, and Cam Boozer.
I feel so good about that team.
The second team was PJ Haggerty, Bennett Sturts, AJ DeBansa, TKR, and Otega Owe.
I feel great about that team.
The third team was Yaxel, Darion Williams, John Blackwell, uh, Graham EK,
Solo ball.
solo ball.
I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, let's go.
yeah.
One big thing presented by Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code Sleepers to receive up to $1,000 in bonus credit and a free pick. What's your one big thing?
My one big thing, sorry, it's cover your ears. It's not very family friendly. It's cussing related. Sometimes it feels good just to bring back the oldies but the goodies that get lost in the shuffle. You know what I'm saying?
Like a what?
Like yesterday when I was hooping, I told someone to eat shit and it felt great.
Okay.
Like or like I just whip out every once in a while, like, you know what? Kiss my ass. Like just a classic, you know?
You do love a kiss my ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my one big thing today.
That's a good one big thing. My one big thing, should have saved the Rory thing.
That your daughter hates bunnies.
No, my one big thing is I went on a run yesterday for the first time in 8 months. Reminder, running stinks. And to any of you listening to this that enjoy running as like a recreational just for funsies, oh, can't wait to go on a run today thing, you're a psycho. And I want your brain studied in a lab. I don't understand how anyone enjoys this activity. I have to do it because I'm fat, and credit to anybody else who has to do this, but it sucks. Every second of my run sucked.
I thought you like running though.
No, I tricked myself when Murph was born. For whatever
Got you.
reason, the brain tricks aren't working this time.
Got you.
Fruit doesn't taste good either. I'm tripping.
Fine.
We'll be back
Fine.
tomorrow. Someone will be back tomorrow. Thanks for listening.